just
Dude,
crazy stuff. Like you never know what's going into someone else's stuff.
Right.
I thought that was cool.
Like, I don't sell those guys shit. Like, usually when one of them dudes comes up and asks for stuff, I give them.
Yeah, and I gave it to him for a deal because we had talked in the pit that night and he had explained, and I said, I think I have 2 left. And I was like, you should come get them.
We'll build them.
Yeah, but just cool stuff like that. And that's, you go and meet knife makers and like they're people. They're just regular dudes working their own job. That is their job.
Some of them are rock stars.
Some of them are.
There are some.
Would they say that someone came over and was telling us some knife won best of show or something like that and went on auction for 15 grand.
One of Horton's collaborations was best of show.
Oh really?
Huh.
That's awesome.
So there's a dude, like Friday at the show, you got the dudes that can afford to take off work and come to the show and be there. So they've taken off Thursday and Friday. So there's some money walking around Friday, like all the big money shit. Like dudes fly in on their private jets and shit. Saturday it's open to the public, so you get a little different crowd. And then Sunday you've got the dudes, they've spent all their money, but they got that extra fucking $27 and they're looking for something because they've hid that money from the wife all year.
Right.
That $27 is not going home. So they're trying to wheel a deal, but we just don't. Like if I like you, I'll just give it to you before I'll fucking give you a discount on it.
Right.
But if you walk in there like our product's, not worth that or you're not educated on it, we're not doing shit. We got dudes come up all the time like wanting a deal and shit. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. But I'll give this kid some free shit. Here's some patches. Here's a cock. Here's whatever.
We had a cop come up and get a belt. He actually commented on your picture last night, and he's like, thanks for the belt, blah, blah, blah. I talked to tax, blah, blah, blah. But I gave this kid was like real young, and I said, you get a knife, and his dad was like, oh, probably not this year. But I was like, well, do you like Star Wars? He's like, yeah. And I gave him our 2 Star Wars patches and stuff. He said, oh, it was the coolest thing. But,
like, I love kids. Kids come up, especially if a kid knows who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just wanted to say hi, Mr. Willis. We'll love that kid down. Yeah. We'll send him out of there.
You're going to need a bag, young man. You go get a bag from one of the free people and make sure it's not too heavy whenever you leave here.
You can have all of our patches. I'll take them to school.
Both my daughters think you're awesome.
How old are they?
Well, a couple days, 18 and 15.
That's a little different. I'm talking.
Yeah, but I know, but I'm like kids. They're just like, you know him? And I was like, yeah. Like, he's so cool.
It's true.
Were there any other like as big nylon tactical gear makers like you guys there?
I mean, like there were different people there. Like I saw Maxpedition had some stuff.
I don't think it was Maxpedition.
Was that just Going Gear?
It was a dealer.
Yeah.
Well, Going Gear had Maxpedition, but there was another dealer that had more Maxpedition and some other shit I'd never heard of. I never saw them. There were some nylon guys.
Yeah,
I intentionally don't walk in their booths, but we saw nylon guys in our booths. I said, hey, see that dude checking out all our shit?
Yeah, there was a couple.
You'll see it on the website in the next couple weeks. Like guys making stuff.
Yeah.
But Philip said he saw some vendor there. He asked me, I'd never heard of them. It was like 3 or 4 letters in the name. And he said they had our tool bag, they had our grocery bag, they had
someone
a
else
bunch
told
of
me that.
shit.
Maybe it was
like,
Philip
like
told me
identical
that.
though.
But I went around and kind of looked, but I literally didn't see any, aside from like people having Maxpedition stuff. Like I didn't see it. But I didn't walk around very much.
Right.
Anytime I walked around, I went over and saw Bradshaw, Desert Blade Works, Microtech, and just kind of...
Casey Bradshaw, man, fucking cool as can be, makes the Bradshaw brashers, the brass
knuckles that I had.
Man, he had a couple knives. I wanted to get those, and I never got back over there. He's got 2 fixed blade that has like bronze and copper fittings on it. It has that lightning strike carbon fiber, so it's carbon fiber like with brass in the weave. It's very neat. It's very cool. And he had a flamethrower. A real live, for sale, $18,000 flamethrower. So the dudes that own it, that they're partners with, they made a deal like they'll never shoot it without the other there. Because it's highly dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing in the fucking room. And he said, well, we made a deal so that, we're always there. So if one of us catches on fire, the other one shoots the other one.
That's nasty.
Dude.
It's nasty, right?
They're beautiful. Nice.
That's the thing is
they're fucking awesome paperweights.
Well, yeah, and but it's cool. They actually fit. Like I've had brass knuckles before. But you get them and they're really thin. And they're like they have a state fair type feel, And I saw those in this thing, and I said, man, I didn't know who that was. I didn't know John knew him. And he came up as I was talking to him. I was like, man, how much are those? And
that's a cool.
Is everybody
it has the
emblem,
Bradshaw. Yeah, I thought he did a cool
little
deal with
No,
it.
I'm good.
He made those last. Okay, so last year Is the first. I don't know how long he's made them, but the first time we saw these was last year.
Finished on the other grinder.
And he comes. Sebastian's out hustling dudes. So Sebastian strolls up to his booth and he's like, the guy's like, "Can I help you, kid?" He's like, "How much are these?" And he's like, "They're $120. Sebastian goes, "It can go 100." And he's like, a little kid in a mohawk. Casey laughs. He's like, "I couldn't sell them to you anyways, man. I can't sell these to a kid." He's like, "Well," and he reaches in his pocket, pulls out a knife or something. He's like, "I can throw this in, $100 in this." And Casey just laughs. So Sebastian trims around a couple more times to the show. Finally, Casey comes over to our booth, and he's got these. He's like, "Hey, I just want to say I think your kid's awesome." And he told us what happened. And the man's like, "Oh my God, how much are these? I'll buy them right now." Well, we've been friends ever since. He sends us
That's
shit.
funny. I didn't
we
know
send
that
him
was the
shit.
guy he did that to. That's
We
funny.
send, like, he tries to. He thinks he's fucking clever because he'll order some shit, and we see it, and we send his shit and refund him. Like, his money's no good here. He's just fucking cool dude.
Yeah, he is really nice.
And he's hooked a few dudes up, and he does us right, and it's cool shit.
Yeah, I really liked them. I thought these were cool, and he had these in aluminum. He had them in copper, and then the brass. And these are, I think he said the copper might have been heavier, but these were, I think he said 31 ounces, which is awesome.
See, John's is definitely heavier than yours, these Striders.
Yeah,
They're the same knife.
Is it?
yeah.
Maybe I'm just...
Well, you got that thing on your hand.
wrist.
Yeah. And then like they did this one, but they actually sharpened out the Tonto with the Tonto edge on it, which you
Well,
know.
man, this one feels heavier.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which one's heavier?
See, I thought the black one did.
Black one. No, brown one. I don't know what's in
Oh.
Are we sweet things?
Well, I'm actually right. But
You know,
go
there's
ahead.
a scale.
I
We
mean,
can. This isn't really
you
open
wanna-
for
you
You can't make a
debate.
good judgment.
if you want to just cut to the chase, I mean, but, yeah, the black one's definitely heavier.
Somewhere.
He said, "Well, I'm actually right." Actually, here we can science this right out of there.
Science this up a bit.
I'm gonna
Those
say
aren't never accurate
I'm gonna-
unless they agree with me.
I'm gonna say. I'm willing to bet you they're almost the same, and you're holding them at different points in the knife and the
Look at that
balance.
shit on his arm.
Yeah.
And he's fucking fucked up from masturbating.
Yeah.
Hey, that's healthy. They say 3 times a day is good for a prostate.
All right, here we go. Pablo's is
6.3.
6.3 ounces. Chicken breast size.
Actually, zero it out. That way we get a true one.
Okay. Oh, that's not zeroed out.
Six 6.3.
Oh shit!
I
See,
did-
I
I
told you it was heavier.
I told you. Yeah, I was like, you're holding it at different points in the knife, probably, and the balance isn't directly on. Well, it's great that both of you were wrong. Both of you did pick one being heavier than the other, and you're both wrong.
Well, I mean, if
I was
you-
the only right person in the group.
No, those scales are notorious for.
Those skills are notorious for making me wrong, but they're actually wrong themselves.
Yeah, right.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It happens.
So Justin's like really big in his world, you know.
Yeah.
And dudes all like guns and stuff. So Justin's kind of like he's got some guns and some knives, but he doesn't really know.
Yeah, because like if you
So
ask
we
him
take him to the
which
show.
Glock do you have?
Which Glock do you have? I don't go by the numbers. I have all of them. But he really has all of them. Like he has no fucking idea. You know, it's lucky.
Don't go
He's lucky
for
that the 19 says 9mm on the side, so he knows what bullets go in there.
Because
He's getting a lot better.
that can be funny when you don't when that goes wrong.
So he's getting a lot better. So he's talking to Dwayne, who owns Strider Knives and does Dwayne Dwyer Customs. And it's funny as shit because Dwayne's talking to him, you know, fitness, diet, fucking.
Because Dwayne knows a
supplements.
bit.
Dwayne knows a lot too. So they're talking, and Dwayne's like, just seeing like really
Yeah.
what he
He
knows.
kinda
Is he a big dude or does he
He
fucking?
tests
really
the
know
water
shit?
and tries and give him something that he doesn't know. And then Dwayne got an infomercial about that particular product that Dwayne was taking to help his joints and stuff like that. That most people don't
Like
take.
glucosamine doesn't do shit. Your fucking the molecule's too big. Your fucking intestines don't absorb it. Stuff like there's just other shit. Anyways, so he's talking to Dwayne. He writes a program for Dwayne. He hands him some supplements and shit. He's like, "So how you hooked up with Strider?" Dwayne's like, "Oh, I own fucking 50%
Yeah.
Strider." Like he was just being cool because he thought he was one of Strider's dudes. He didn't know he was one of the dudes.
Right.
So then he's talking to Mick and shit. Mick fucking takes his knife out of his pocket and gives him his fucking custom that Mick had made. So it's cool. Everybody got blades. Dwayne gave Swinny a custom he had made, and Dwayne gave me the sister to it. It's fucking all black.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Nice.
We've got a bag full of knives. We don't have time to do it now. We'll do a second video and pull out all the booty that came back with us. We got fucking bags full of shit, like cool shit that came back from the show with us. And we had a good time, man. We had some really good food. We did a little bit of shopping, but mostly hung out. Everybody comes in and they're like, "You guys having a good show? You making a lot of money?" I'm like, I have no idea what we're making. I know that we came with a bunch of shit. About half of it's gone 2 hours after the show opened. We're just here to talk to you guys. Like, we're here all day long. Like, I couldn't fucking go to the bathroom without, John, hey, I watch all your videos. Hey, fucking, I've lost 30 pounds. Hey, fucking, I started Tap Rack Bang. Lance changed my life. Like, that's, man, everywhere we went. It was like, we were in the shopping mall, fucking people knew us. We were fucking at dinner, people knew us. We didn't go anywhere in town where somebody didn't fucking hit us up. Like, man, I love what you guys do.
Yeah.
So that's what we were there for. We were there just to meet those people.
Yeah. Very cool. So, blade guys compared to gun guys,
I like
worse
blade.
or better?
I like blade guys.
I like the blade guys better.
Yeah?
Like,
Are they less
I normally get a bunch
baggy?
of shit over that. No, there's
No,
some.
it's not. There are some that are like a little kind of like almost nerdy because I guess they live for CNC.
Probably
machine.
that you could probably say they're nerdy.
Yeah.
Not just almost.
But on a
nerdy.
different, they're not
It's
like,
a-
they're
yeah.
not in your booth like trying to tell you about a bunch of shit you're not interested
Oh.
in. Like when we're at a show where there's a bunch of gun guys, they want to come in and tell you about all the guns they own. I don't give a shit. I don't even know what half the shit they're fucking talking about is. I'm like, well, everything. If I was shooting, I'd have a left-hand twist gun. My bullets would come this way. They wouldn't go this way. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Nor do I care.
I'll bring in my
Yeah,
soda.
I like the knife. It seems like there's a
So,
just not a lot of competition. It's more like a community.
Okay.
But and there's like less people that are like, oh, you only wear fixed, and so I wear folders. You know how like you might go, oh, the AK
There's
AR
no
guys.
1911 fucking Glock
Yeah,
shit.
there doesn't
Right.
seem to be much. I don't like this guy. I like this guy. Like they don't seem
Right.
to have that. Now, having said that, I'm not a knife maker, nor do I sell knives, so therefore,
No, the knife shit's weird.
yeah.
The knife shit is weird. You come into a fucking booth and you go, man, I'd really like to learn this shit. Like, they'll actually, hey, get steel here. Like, they help each other out. It's a very different community than this industry is.
Yeah, I talked to 2 or 3 out there that are like, yeah, I'm flying out to this knife maker to stay at his house for a week and learn some of his stuff. Then I'm flying out to this one for this while they're getting started, which I was like, well, that's it's like an entrepreneurship basically, or not apprenticeship. That's like you get to apprentice with some of the top people and make friends with them. They help start your company, and it's like they don't mind.
That's how Matt was. So, like, you've got these groups. You've got your favorite clubhouse, like Horton. You got all these dudes hanging out with Horton. A bunch of them kids that were hanging out with Horton are making knives. Matt Harris.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 Matt Harris knives. I traded and, did a trade with him on one, and then somebody gifted me, Bushcraft Range-Crest, Brian Galaki, gifted Amanda and myself a Matt Harris knife. I got 2 of them. That kid's got fucking 30 knives on the table. He never fucking touched a piece of metal 2 years ago.
I think he's doing good stuff too.
I like this
I think
shit.
it's
Yeah.
really cool. I think I like there's a lot of really large knives there. I like all the little stickers, the little stuff that fits in your belt, the little small ones.
Because those are the ones I end up actually having on me.
Mm-hmm.
The big knives are cool, man, but I don't carry them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having the big guns.
they look neat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. But they sit at the safe.
Sebastian got a sword.
Yes, he did. From the zombie.
zombie tools.
Zombie tools.
Those guys are cool too.
Is the zombie thing still happening? Is that still popular?
Yeah, it is.
Well,
But they obviously watch our videos.
well,
They
there's like
stole
a
our booth idea.
yeah, there's like a market, for it because of people like the
Where's your
Zags,
sword?
stuff like that. It's just
Walking Dead, all that.
yeah, it's because it still allows you to create things in that area that the rest of the market group doesn't tap into because they don't want to be part of that area.
Right.
So it created a niche, but it's still a cool factor because you can train for the zombie apocalypse just like you can train for the end of the world. The fact is, it hasn't happened yet, and we can still get ready for it, but it's more like a hobby rather than an actual thing.
I think the zombie thing lets somebody prepare for real.
Yeah.
Without telling their family they're preparing for real.
Right.
It's something you can bring your kids into.
Yep. It started off as not that, but
Your
it is
woman,
that.
your
now.
woman's not going to be pissed that you're fucking teaching your kids how to fight.
Yeah.
It's okay if you're teaching them how to kill zombies. It's not okay if you're teaching them how to kill people.
Yeah.
We went and watched The Road, so I'm going to go get a shopping cart and some swords, and we're going to fucking, go teach my
seen
kid
that
how to be
movie?
I
cannibal.
like that movie.
That
Teach my
movie's
kid how to be
wild.
cannibal. Like, that
Now
shit
that-
ain't okay. But if you're training for zombies, I have no problem.
The road was. I watched that movie and I was like, now that's probably more along the lines of what could possibly happen.
Yeah.
And it looked shitty.
Oh yeah.
I was like depressing at certain parts, but I was like, this is probably more like what the
The sheep
actual.
could be like.
But you know those kids in the basement, they don't want to watch it
Yeah,
because then it's scary.
yeah, but like real economic standpoint and true life stuff, that's pretty damn scary.
Yeah.
Like that would be pretty unfortunate. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, me.
But that is a good movie. Watch The Road.
Fuck, I remember Sherman reading that and seeing it.
It's a book.
Yeah.
Mhm. I should buy the
Sherman's
book.
like, that is the worst movie I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, like I think it
Isn't
really
it a
just,
Cormac McCarthy? Is
I think it just
is
hit home, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The same guy that did the No Country for Old Men and all
So-
those things.
You know, you said it was because it hit home. You know, it was like depressing. Go watch fucking. Shit! I just talked about it the other day. It's got. Damn it. Never mind. continue.
Requiem for a Dream.
Do you need something
That to
back
me
there?
is a depressing, wild movie.
That's a really wild movie. Requiem
Yeah.
for a Dream is a good one.
that one. Yeah.
The Homesman. The Homesman with
The Helmsman.
the Homesman.
Homesman.
It's a western that just came out. A little bit. It's
Oh.
got some. Jesus, I can't think. Anyway.
It's got Jesus in it.
No.
Does he
no.
speak English?
What color is he?
But anyway, just watch it. Look it up YouTube. But like,
Jesus.
it's really, really depressing. But I remember I watched that movie and I was like, well, I thought the Wild West was cool until I watched this. This was probably more like what the West was like, and it doesn't seem fun. There weren't any cool Indians chasing people. There weren't any horse rides through caverns. This was just a lot of people dying and being depressed and not having any food.
Yep. Yep.
It
Pretty much.
doesn't sound
I saw a
good.
preview for the Martian, new Ridley Scott film about a dude who gets stranded on Mars. And actually, I hadn't heard anything about it before, but I'm a big Ridley Scott fan, and I love his all of his sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's going to be
No, that doesn't.
really sweet.
I like Ridley Scott.
I just saw finally I saw a couple weeks ago. I saw Interstellar,
Was it good?
which I thought was pretty cool.
I wanted to see that. My woman didn't want to see it, so I haven't seen it yet.
It's long, and it can be some people could see it as slow and boring.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
It
not.
depends if you're into that.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was really neat.
You can't do emails while watching that movie and know what that movie is.
No.
Yeah, no,
you will
like-
be massively confused.
About time travel and shit.
Right.
4 years without cable television. I have no idea what you guys are talking
Well,
I
you
don't
can
have
buy
cable.
these things. They're physical things like DVDs, Blu-rays.
about. I know, but I don't see any of the
They don't come
advertisements.
through the wire through the cable.
So I don't know
That's
what
what
looks
YouTube.
good.
If you want to know what advertisements are, just YouTube,
Yeah.
because then you have access to that,
Yeah.
and just say new movies 2015,
Oh.
and it's just
boy.
you'll be watching what are the trailers for the next 4 or 5 hours of your life, but you'll see
Which
all,
is all the
things-
good parts anyway.
Yes, it is.
So, I mean,
You really get a
Yeah,
synopsis.
I'm
of
done.
all
No
the-
need to
So
buy a
that's
ticket
part
now.
of your life, 4
Yep.
or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Are we going to the gym?
Are we?
like you even have to ask.
I didn't bring any of the shit.
What shit?
Well, the folders and the shit that tells you what to do.
We know what to do.
Go lift heavy things. Pick things up and put them down.
No.
Yeah. And then put more weight on and do it again.
Yes.
So
People
is
overcomplicate
now-
that too.
now we're going to
I for real probably shouldn't still, because if that thing fucks up again, I'll be not useful.
Yeah, it's hemorrhoids, his butthole collapsed.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
I
okay.
didn't
Shove
have
them back in
my-
there. Be a
I'm
man.
not-
Shove them back in and do another set.
Back whenever I was lifting, I fucked up heart. It's like it's a piece of tissue, muscle tissue.
What, you
next
broke
to my
his back?
spine.
Literally.
And once in a while, it will fuck up. And I was good. I woke up yesterday morning, and I felt bad, and I didn't know how. I was like, man, what's going on? And we were loading stuff up into the cars, to go to breakfast so we could get ready to leave. And I I loaded some stuff up and I felt my back starting to not feel good.
Right.
And then it got worse as we got, and by the time we got to the restaurant, I had a muscle spasm from the top of my back to the bottom of my back.
Oh.
And like I was doubled over on the table, like
You probably wishing he had that pink side.
cramping pretty bad, and like I was like life saving. Like I lick my hand, start pouring salt in my hand to try and get as much sodium as I can in my muscles and get it to release.
Right.
But for like a good 45-minute period, I was not feeling very good.
Yeah.
Didn't want that to happen. It happened again last night, so I don't really want to go through that again.
Yeah.
It's like really, it really pussifies your mind. Like you're like, well, everything that if anything bad happened right now, I'd just be like, well, I guess I'm just gonna die.
Right.
Oh, I need to
That's
run away. I'll be right here on the floor dying.
You know what I keep in the car? You maybe remember it. I keep like a bottle of pink Himalayan rock salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. If people are like, don't you know that that's going to dehydrate you? I'm like, don't you know that you have no idea what you're talking about, you stupid idiot. It's 100 degrees out here. All you're doing is sweating profusely, and you think that not putting electrolytes. Well, I didn't say you should put electrolytes. Hey, did you know sodium is electrolyte? No, it's salt, and I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you should just stop.
Yeah, like
Maybe you
this,
should just
when
stop.
we did bodybuilding, we kept that backstage. Because if I take when all the bodybuilders took Diazide, potassium sparing, sodium not sparing. It will dilapidate all your sodium. Now you'll look rock hard on stage. However, the problem with taking all the electrolyte, or one of them, out of your body is you can do some bad stuff if you're not careful.
Right.
So we keep it in the
Or
back
die.
of the bags, and if you see someone start to cramp, I always carry an extra. Sweeney told me this is I always carry an extra because it might happen to someone else and doesn't help them. But you have that, or even the little ones from McDonald's. You can just pop the top, pour it under your tongue and sit there for a second, and like it'll fix a bad muscle
You will
spasm
feel better,
pretty
too.
fast, like pretty fast.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, you'll feel better too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that stuff keeps me going. I used to just like eat a jar of pickles, all the time.
yeah.
But I mean,
He's pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pickle juice is the same thing. You drink some pickle juice, but like
I like that Himalayan pinks or whatever that
Yeah.
rock salt because you can just let it in, leave it in there for a while. But
Yep.
yeah, I used to crap out of that stuff.
yeah. But,
Yeah, because everybody thinks that you should be drinking all these sugary Gatorade and all this kind of stuff, to get electrolytes in you. I'm like, that's sugar, right?
yeah. Read the.
There's like a difference.
Yeah. And it's also, if you look at your Gatorade bottle, it says 2.5 servings. You're supposed to be diluting that in water.
Any place they put an ingredient that says corn syrup, it should have to say after it, AKA sugar.
There are still people, ignorant, uninformed people, ill-informed people, you could say, that will go and be like, well, I'm going to make a healthy choice. I'm going to drink a Gatorade instead of a whatever. And you're like, I mean, if you're like competing in an athletic event or doing it, okay, fine. But dude, you are sitting there. You were just sitting there.
Yeah. You might as well be.
You
eating
don't
candy.
need that.
Yeah, you're eating candy.
Yeah.
It tastes good, there's a reason why.
Yeah. If it tastes that good, aside from Sweeney's amino shit, it's probably not good for you.
I think people are just willfully ignorant, though. I think people would rather be uninformed.
It's true.
They know. It's just like they want a trainer. Mostly, like you can, at a certain level, you need a trainer. If you're fucking just complacent, lazy, fucking have extra money, whatever it is. But like people know what's good and bad for them. They'll put shit in your body. Eat fucking cleaner food. Do things that make yourself sweat. Fucking exercise at a level that you can't hold a fucking conversation. That's what they always want to. Well, I'm supposed to exercise to where I can talk. No, you're just fucking irritating everybody around you. If you can talk, you're not doing shit. If there's not a puddle of sweat. If you can fucking wear that cologne I can taste on the other side of the fucking room, then obviously you're not fucking working out hard enough.
And there's a huge difference between motivation and discipline. Who cares about motivation? People wait till they're motivated. Just gotta decide now, right now.
What's your responsibility to take care of yourself?
Yeah.
I can't make you take care of yourself.
No. But they don't have time to work out anyway, so.
The gym's closed.
Yeah, right. They don't have time.
It's
So,
a holiday.
well, I've complained about a lot of things, so I feel great.
After unloading that moral baggage, I am.
No, that's cool, man. It's fun to hear you guys talk about the Blade Show. I want to go.
Dude, yeah,
One year,
you'd
but-
like it.
Yeah.
You'd like it.
You know what else you'd like? You'd like the Gathering, USN show
Oh,
in
yeah,
Las Vegas.
that one's. I think that one's even cooler.
The Gathering?
As
Yeah.
cool as the Blaze Show was.
It sounds like a Hobbit convention or something.
Highlander, man.
No.
Highlander. Highlander.
It's the usual USN, Usual Suspects Network. Jared Lindsay and his partner from Blade Art, I believe their company or his company. They put on a show, and it's like SHOT Show, but it's only the who's who of SHOT Show. Like the people we spent most of the time talking to will be there. The people we didn't talk to a lot, most of those dudes won't be there.
Yeah, it's all knife shit.
It's
and
smaller. The venue is small. It's set up. The tables are in octagons. It's not just rows. You can fucking roam around. It's in Las Vegas, but it's all very high end shit. Like we're gonna start tooling up building right now to go to the show, and basically we take $65 bags and we fucking expensify them and make $250 bags. Like all the shit we'll take will have Cobra buckles on it. You won't see a bunch of camo shit. It'll be like Typhon Toxic Green, Typhon Red Thread, Typhon Orange Thread. It'll be, like our SOE black shit. It'll be all cool fucking neat shit. And there's a lot of that there, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of cool shit.
All the vendors bring their most whoa.
Well,
blow you away pieces.
I've been knife sober for a couple of years now. I mean,
Nice.
before we had a kid and all that kind of stuff, but now I got that diaper money.
But
So,
diaper
I'm a
money.
I'm a grown ass man.
Dude, you'll be able to walk. The thing is, you'll walk in there, dudes will know who you are. There'll be dudes there that know who you are and will want to shoot video with you. And dudes will hook you up with stuff.
Yeah, that's a cool show. There are a lot of good dudes.
I don't even look at knives online anymore.
So
I
you
don't even
used to
look.
be addicted?
Oh, it was awful. Several a month. Several good ones a month.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But then, no, not anymore.
I like it is if you look you're at a meeting or something, you're like, this is an intervention. Let's not restart this.
He just fell off the wagon.
Yeah, I don't need to.
Well,
I don't need to rekindle this
Well-
flame. That's why he came in to talk about Blade Show. Like, I want to live vicariously through you.
Well, I thought it was weird because I was never that into guns. I thought there's something wrong with me. I just like to shoot them, not actually just like look at them and clean them. And then once I got into knives, I was like, oh, this is nice.
So Souders and I had a conversation about that, and I was like, honestly, like, and maybe not everyone feels it. I think I like knives and the stuff that the metalworks and stuff like that people make more than I do guns.
Dude, they're
I
artwork.
geek out more about
It's artwork. It's like
Yeah.
fine jewelry. It's
And
like fucking artwork.
And maybe that's why, because I have like kind of a jewelry. I like the watches and all that stuff. But I can get the complete satisfaction. These knuckles aren't even that expensive. But every time I hold them, I get the complete satisfaction of that piece of material because it's doing exactly what it could do. I can wear it. I can look at it. It looks cool in pictures, etc. A gun, I can take a picture with it. I can't hold it in my house. I can't shoot it in my house. I can't shoot it. It's still in my house.
Can't
I
shoot it at dinner.
I can't be like at dinner. Be like, look at this one, guys. It's awesome. Where's the knives at dinner? Whenever we're all talking about them, we can show each other what we got at the show.
Take pictures with them.
Yeah, you can take pictures.
you can use them for daily things.
Yeah, you wear them all the time, and
Can't really use for a gun for daily
if one so happened, you could wear 4 or 5 of it all the time.
Well, sure.
I know by the end of Blade Show, my pants were like pulling down. I was like, I had to shed some. I really felt bad. I was like, which ones am I going to put in my bag? Which ones am I going to carry on? I'm feeling really overwhelmed about this.
Which one am I trying to sneak on the plane so Bagger doesn't steal it?
But yeah, I think I like all the tools and all the little knuckles, and not that I carry them around all the time or anything, but I just like them. I think the work, the craftsmanship that goes into them, not that there isn't that goes into guns, I just like it maybe better because I can
play with
use them all the time. Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
That being said, I already know.
Yeah,
which
you can
guns
whip
I
it
like.
out. You're right. You can whip it out and play with it as much as you want. Right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I whip mine out all the time. And play with it.
Yeah.
I show my friends. I do it at the dinner table.
Exactly. You take it out, set it on the dinner
can
table,
do-
and say, "Check this
You
out."
can do that at church if you want.
Well,
You gotta see if you can come to the show.
I'm like, wow, I haven't been to that one yet, but.
Don't
I like
bring
it. You saw
bring
you.
out Sonya's
I mean,
own.
it's like you.
No,
Well,
he can't go.
But yeah. All right.
Alright, turn that off.
All right, turn it off.
Turn that shit off.
Yeah.
Turn off the camera.
Where is it all?
In the back. I've staged all the new stuff in the back because we're gonna put everything away, and then we've got this to give out to the customers.
So we got back last night, rolled in town about 7:30, got unloaded 8 o'clock, cut everybody out. I cut a few belts, got out of here about 10 o'clock. This is some of the work that was done while we were gone. There's a shitload more down there that we don't have room to bring up yet. These are AOR2 and ATAX cocks. a bunch of H sets. Just because you see this does not mean your order is shipping. Typically we build the rigs, and then once we have your rig, within a couple days we build the H set. These were all H sets. When we run them, we'll run H sets, we'll cut them for orders that are coming due, and we'll always have 24 extra of each color in motion. The lady that builds them, the workers worked out of work. Like, we left a lot of work, they fucking worked out of work. They were out of work. So a lot of them took all the extras and built them. That's what these are. I saw guys on the closed group on SOE Facebook page saying, oh, there's my H set, that must mean my rig's shipping. That is not what that means. Like, if there's some green H sets, that's what they're talking about. We don't have any green rigs. We don't even have any green rigs cut. Like, there's not a green rig in here. There isn't going to be one for a while. Green's what we sell the least of. Just to address that. Those 4 bins right there are all Cryptek Highlander AKM4 micros. If you have one of those on order, actually that bin down there also.
Yeah, there's hundreds of those.
So if you got one on order, those will be shipping over the next week or so. Bunch of Coyote toiletry bags, bunch of 6-round black shotgun cards, a few bins, there's 200 of those. Bunch of multicam medical satchels. We haven't made those in last Christmas probably.
Yeah, the order.
Those are all the shoulder straps for those.
Yep.
Bunch of battery wallet pull-out trays, black toiletry bags, shitload of shotgun cards, Typhon dual rifle side-by-side.
Yeah, that's what those are. Sublets. Yeah.
We've never made those. Trays to put the shotgun cards onto. Cash print money micros. We've got some of those.